Welcome to our Bumblebee Road project. Interestingly enough, you can see in the distance we have our lantern boathouse, which we've talked about before here. And so this is our cottage for this project. So like the boathouse, we are working with Snowetta. Snowetta is the design architect, and then we have Scott Custom Building for construction. So first off, this is a pretty crazy project. We've got a lot of details going on. We have a lot of complexity. First thing you can see right in front of me, we have these steel C-channels cantilevering this angle out from the wall here. And so this is something that the design architect had in their the idea for, and what we're actually doing is we're going to pour a above grade concrete wall, which will actually be the exterior of our building along here. And we're actually cantilevering it out so it looks like this wall is floating and it's relatively unsupporting. But obviously with these C-channels, we have a lot of support here to hold this area up. So we have a decorative concrete wall here. It goes from the corner of the building right here, the wood, all the way to the end. And then that concrete wall turns back and goes all the way towards the front where you see that rebar kind of poking out. So this wall will have a hammered finish. And so we're going to actually do that post pouring, or at least that's the plan right now. Along the perimeter, we have this area that doesn't have wood. So anything that doesn't have wood you see here is an exterior space. And so we're gonna have a concrete patio kind of going around the whole building. This concrete patio is going to cantilever out the same depth as our above grade concrete wall. So it's gonna look like the whole concrete patio floats around the whole building. So right where I'm standing is actually the entry to our cottage. The entry comes along this back wall, and to my left here, we have a covered porch, a screen porch, and the second floor will actually go above this area. So the complexities of this building just continue on. Right here beside me, we have a poured concrete wall that I was just discussing, and you can see how it wraps and keeps going around the corner here. So as I move into the building here, we have a patio door here leading out to our covered area. And a couple things you notice with our covered area here, or at least, you know, I think you're starting to probably see as the foundation's being poured, we have these big blocks of concrete kind of sticking up in a few spots, and that's actually going to be where we're supporting our second floor. So the corner here is going to be relatively floating in some respects, because the patio will stick out beyond and there won't be any post in that corner. And then from this patio door right here over to that other support, this whole area in the middle is going to be screened in with retractable drop-down screens. As I move into the building here, we have our kitchen right beside me here. So this kitchen will have a window facing out onto Little Lake Joe here. And as we continue to move, we have our dining room and then living room. So right now I'm standing in our living room, and so right in front of me, this whole area outside here is our concrete patio. This is likely going to be poured in the spring, but we're obviously starting to prep a lot of our electrical and heating and cooling connections and just getting that conduit in the ground. As I move over here, we have our living room area. And so the living room area, we have this exposed concrete wall to the exterior where there'll be a fireplace on the inside. And then we have our primary bedroom and bathroom and closet right here. And then basically where I'm standing, we're gonna have a staircase going up to our second floor with, on the reverse side, going down to the basement. So we're out here on the front of our project, and a couple cool things we got going on here. So on the corner, this front corner here, we're gonna have an external fireplace. And so it'll be built into the wall. And we'll overlay a rendering in here, but it's gonna be kind of cool. So the wall is actually gonna go up and then all the way over the other side and down. So it's gonna be continuous with the roof in kind of that same architectural movement with that fireplace in the corner here. So we work with DKG out of Port Carling to help us with all of our engineering complexities on this build. So there's going to be a web of steel beyond what you already see here. So lots of complexity, and we'll certainly come back to this project and show you more. So this project's been a huge team effort. So like I mentioned, we have Scott Custom Building, the contractor, Kenosha Bay, which is doing the steel work. We have Huntsville Concrete, which is doing our concrete, and then Scott Custom Building doing the actual construction, and then ultimately we have Snowetta that's been really driving the design on this project. So we're pretty excited to see this project come alive. It's definitely a cool one, so stay tuned for more videos.